Let's be real. If you're using AI for writing, you know it's one thing to get some quick text, but it's a whole other challenge to create professional, verifiable work. So today, we're going to break down an expert's method. We're looking at Dr. Vernette Grant's framework for turning anyone who uses a tool like Jenni AI into an absolute pro. And Dr. Grant herself just nails the goal right here. This isn't about just firing off one-off prompts. It's about building a repeatable, professional workflow. The real power comes from having a system that takes you from that intimidating blank page to a polished, high-impact document every single time. All right, so here's our game plan, and it follows Dr. Grant's structure perfectly. We'll kick things off by figuring out what Jenni AI even is. Then we'll dive into its core workflow. After that, we'll check out some advanced uses, talk about the super important ethics of it all, and wrap up by seeing how this all leads to building a professional portfolio. Okay, let's dive in. Think of what we're doing here as a masterclass in miniature. We're boiling down Dr. Grant's expert training into a guide you can start using right away, really focusing on the principles that separate just messing around with AI from getting professional results. Now, before we get into the how, we've got to understand the what. What is Jenni AI really? Because according to Dr. Grant's method, you can't use a tool effectively if you don't first get its core philosophy. And this definition right here is key. A lot of AI writers out there are great for creative brainstorming, right? But Jenni AI is different. It's specifically engineered for structured, fact-based writing. It's all about combining structured writing with citation intelligence. What that means is it's not just spitting out text, it's always thinking about the need to back that text up with actual sources. And you can see exactly where that specialized design really shines. Dr. Grant's framework points to these three core areas. You've got the rigor you need for academic writing, the precision for technical documentation, and the clarity for professional business content. Basically, it's a specialist tool for when accuracy and sources are totally non-negotiable. So we know what the tool is built for, but how do we actually use it? This is where we get into the nitty-gritty, the four-step process that Dr. Grant calls the central workflow of Jenni AI. It's this beautifully simple, powerful loop. Prompt, cite, refine, and publish. So you start by crafting a great prompt to get your initial content. Then, and this is so crucial, the very next step is to cite. You're immediately pulling in your research and sources. From there, you refine it, using the tools to tweak the tone and structure. And finally, you have a polished piece ready to publish. It's not a one-way street, it's a dynamic cycle. Okay, so once you get that core loop down, you can start using it for way more than just writing a few sentences. This next part is all about going from insight to impact. This is the point where, as Dr. Grant explains, the tool stops being just an assistant and becomes a seriously powerful analytical partner. And look at how this plays out in the real world. For an academic, you could apply it to a literature review and get a fantastic research summary. In business, you might feed it a SWOT analysis to generate a clear, concise strategic brief. Or for marketing, use it on an SEO outline to build out a full content plan. You see the pattern, right? It's all about using it for specific tasks to get specific, high-value results. And now we've reached a part of Dr. Grant's framework that is, and I can't stress this enough, completely non-negotiable. Using powerful AI is one thing, but using it professionally demands responsibility and ethics. This is the stage that really separates the amateurs from the pros, and it boils down to three key actions. First stop, optimize. This is all about getting past simple questions. Dr. Grant really emphasizes what she calls advanced prompt engineering, which is basically learning how to have a more sophisticated conversation with the AI. You layer your instructions, you craft better prompts, and you get more nuanced, more accurate results. The second key action is to integrate. An AI tool shouldn't live on an island. To be truly effective, it has to fit right into your existing process. The material specifically points out integrating Jenni with tools you already use every day, like Google Docs, to create this totally seamless workflow from start to finish. And third, and this is arguably the most important one, verify. Dr. Grant frames this as an absolute ethical standard. You have to verify the citations. You have to check the facts. You have to ensure the work is original. Remember, the AI is your assistant, but you are the author. The buck stops with you when it comes to accuracy and integrity. So that brings us to the grand finale, building your AI portfolio. After you've mastered the skills, the workflow, and the ethics, how do you actually prove it? Well, Dr. Grant's framework culminates in a capstone project. This is the tangible proof of your mastery. And you'll notice the portfolio isn't just the final paper or report. Dr. Grant's method requires you to also include a reflection on your process, an analysis of how your workflow improved, and, of course, proof of citation integrity. It's designed to show you've mastered the entire process, not just the final output. So when you boil it all down, the whole point of this framework is this incredible transformation. It's designed to take you from being a casual user who's just asking an AI for some ideas to becoming a strategic creator who can produce a polished, professional, and ethically solid piece of work that you can proudly stand behind. And there you have it, a complete breakdown of Dr. Vernette Grant's expert method. It's a clear roadmap for anyone looking to go from simple prompts to professional, responsible creation. Which really leaves just one question for you. Now that you have the framework, what will you build with it?